Greetings and welcome to Cat's Corner. Welcome to your energy reading for the day. I am Cat Morgan and I welcome you to this video, to this channel, and to this space. This is a timeless reading for the collective, so whenever and however you come across this video, whether you're a subscriber or new to the channel, everyone is welcome. The only thing you're ever going to hear on this channel is encouragement and love and support as we all are doing our best from moment to moment to live our most authentic lives, following our passion, as Bashar says, and being our most authentic selves. And I am still working on getting that part finished for you guys for the Authentic Self series. I have not forgotten it. I am still working a day gig job, so finding the time to do it all with excellence is a bit of a challenge. I had a early morning commitment yesterday that kept me from being able to post yesterday. I apologize for that as well. And we'll probably have those continuing early Wednesday appointments. I got trash trucks going past and I've got the door and the windows open because I love the early morning air, the quiet, the stillness, and the the little bit of coolness before the day's heat. So in any event, please feel welcome in this space. Bottom line, we've been going through the Cat Mythos and Magic Oracle deck by Catherine C. Caprino, and today's card is card number 3, Smoke, Fire, and Stars. This was such an interesting card. When I first pulled it, the first thing that occurred to me had nothing to do with the title, simply the image. Looking at it, you know what it reminded me of is the pictures where a cat is looking into a mirror or a pond or something, and their reflection is a lion. And we're still coming out of that whole 8/8 energy, just coming into the end of that, and the full moon and everything with the Lion's Gate. So it doesn't surprise me. We've been having that type of energy, but it's fading now, and we're moving into new energy, and I'm excited about that. But that was the first thing that I thought of when I looked at this image. And then the next thing that I got was a really strong sense of this idea of perspective, that we know our reality is a mirror of what is inside of us, within us, that we have the reticular activating system that filters how we see things and what we see, that we're literally walking the dream of the planet, as Don Miguel Ruiz says in the Four Agreements. And so that's all part of it too. And the idea of maybe recognizing that that mirrored reality may not be actually the true reality, that there are times where some people will intentionally skew reality by putting out misinformation, disinformation of whatever form. So this can be personal or this can be global. You know what I'm talking about. People that just in general are not presenting themselves authentically or the situation authentically. And in effect, I feel like it's somebody that comes in and with a big lipstick thing makes a funny face on the mirror with your reflection. But if you just shift your perspective ever so slightly, just ever so slightly, you'll notice how your reflection moves with you, but that funny face thing, that stays there. And you can instantly identify it as a not true image. I don't know why I got that with this picture, with this card, but I got those two things really strongly right off the top. And then we've got, obviously, number 3 is the first of the perfected Tesla 369 numbers. I feel like we just had 9 maybe in the previous reading or one just before that, but it hasn't been that long. And these are all power numbers. The number 3 is the first number that is in the real numbers that you can create any kind of geometrical figure from, besides a circle. which is its own form of geometry, but an actual multi-sided geometric figure can only be drawn with a minimum of 3 points. That's why triangles are the most sturdy shape, and pyramids are very, very popular for their strength as well as power. So the number 3, very, very strong number. Smoke, fire, and stars. Stars create their own kind of smoke. They emit gases, and that creates a vapor. And fire creates smoke as well. So sometimes I again, just based off of what I'm getting, the initial energy coming from the card, the initial information coming from the card. I haven't looked in the book. We'll look at that together, you and I, in just a minute. But you can get smoke from fire as well as from stars. And that whole saying, where there's smoke, there's fire. Sometimes that's true, and sometimes it's just smoke. It can be incense. It can be a star radiating gas, or a meteorite, a comet zipping through. We've got one coming on that. So just the idea of maybe things aren't always as they appear. That was the strong sense of what I got from this card. Let's take a look in the book. Give me a second to get there. To see what the book reading says for us for card number 3, Smoke, Fire, and Stars. Inner strength. Like smoke and flames, your desires to do good run deep. Be grateful for the strength and inner guidance you possess. Always remember, you are the hero of your own story. Recognize and reward yourself. I'm just going to stop there for 1 second and say we just had the hero card in the 3-card supplement that we pull from the Are Pawsome deck. With a previous reading, I instantly just keyed in on that. You are the hero of your own story. No one's going to rescue you. You don't need to be rescued. You are not in a position where you are a victim any longer. You are the master of your ship. You are the person who is large and in charge. You are the boss. So it's time. It's okay for you to step into that. Now, to step into that power, to step into that responsibility, that accountability of being the boss. Sometimes it's easier to be not the boss, to say something is a result of something that somebody else did. It's not. Anything that is in your life right now is a result of things that you did previously, decisions you made, ways that you thought, felt, acted, spoke, didn't speak, didn't act also. So recognizing you are responsible for where you are right now gives you the power to move in any direction that you want to. You are a quantum being, so you have an unlimited number of options in directions that you can go in any moment of your life, regardless of how much you might feel like right at this moment you are in a corner, you're boxed in. We've been having information, energy coming recently about getting out of the box, thinking creatively. So this is the time for you to trust your intuition. You are the hero of your own story. Recognize and reward yourself. And the story about this picture, the Persian kitten, encourages you to feel the power of gratitude and uncover the strength of the hidden hero that exists within you. When you look in a mirror, can you see the incredible legend you are meant to be? It was these dynamic attributes that brought this cat into the physical realm, when an ancient magician created the kitten as a gift of gratitude. By taking a handful of smoke and flame, 2 of heaven's brightest stars, and gently kneading them together, a perfect little kitten was formed. The magician presented the beautiful animal to the legendary yet humble Persian warrior hero Rustam for saving his life. And the story behind the Persian cats, that was the mythos. That's the myth behind it. But the story, originating in Persia, which is now Iran, these chatty and social, flat-faced, long-haired beauties were introduced to Europe during the Renaissance, where they quickly became royal court favorites. I love that. My Abby that I have, she is a Himalayan, which is a hybrid between a Persian and a Siamese. So she is a very chatty cat as well. We get along famously, I must say. But yes, oh, that is such a cute, adorable little story. And so many times we look at these particular faces on Persian cats in particular, and don't they just look like they are just so unhappy? But that is not true. That is an image that is not giving the full story. They can have that kind of look on their faces and be very, very excited. So sometimes appearances can be more than just skin deep. Be aware of that. What is our supplement? We've been pulling 3 cards randomly every day to go along with the Cat Mythos and Magick Oracle from our Are Pawsome motivational inspirational deck. And we're not doing them one by one with elimination as we go like we're doing with the other Oracle deck. These cards from the Are Pawsome deck are being pulled and reshuffled back in every single day. So we may get repeats. We have been getting repeats, which doesn't surprise me, but there's a whole lot of cards in this deck. So it does kind of amuse me that the universe is being very clear. And if you've been on this channel for the past few days, since we started the Oracle readings from the Cat Mythos and Magick deck, it's been a very powerful conversation. We'll just put it that way. If you've missed those, I do recommend you go back and catch up on those. The 3 cards that we pulled for today's card reading are Start Where You Are. I think we had this one not too long ago. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Start where you are. Be grateful where you are in the moment. And we just had great gratitude. That's how our cat for today was created. It was a gift of gratitude. Start where you are. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. And live life to the fullest. There's Bashar. There's the live your passion in any moment where you are. Being mindful is super helpful with this. Just taking that step back, evaluating. The other thing that I got recently, we've been talking about this idea of not maybe seeing opportunities that are available and waiting for you, that are actually going to move you in the direction you want to ultimately go, that you may not see those because you've been kind of bashing yourself against a brick wall in front of you. Another image that came to me was this idea, I don't know if you've seen The Labyrinth with David Bowie, and I think it's Jennifer Connelly is her name, Connelly, something like that. Anyways, great movie, highly recommended. If you haven't seen it, put a hand up if you have and love it. When she is starting to go through the maze, or she's following the little worm guy, caterpillar, don't know what he was, and trying to get through and couldn't get through. She's just like, there's no door here. This brick wall is completely solid. And he's like, are you sure? And she goes to the right and feels her way along the wall and comes to the end. It was like a brick wall in front of the brick wall, but it was only like 4 feet wide. And as soon as she changed her perspective, we are getting that from that card right there, the cat card that we just saw, that a change of perspective gave her new information that showed her the path around the obstruction. Start where you are. Start where you are. You don't have to be somebody you are not, but do be the person you know you are truly. If you are a successful entrepreneur, start where you are right now, where you're just trying to put together business plans and proposals and all of that. Start where you are and recognize that as you continue doing those things, as you continue being that person, you're going to get to where you want to go. And so you can live in the end, as Neville Goddard says, right where you are, knowing that you are that success. That already happened. That it happened in the future, yes, but we know that time is malleable. And we know that our brains understand a strong emotive vision to be just as real as what we call reality. We know smoke and mirrors, that's not always reality, right? Start where you are. You don't have to be anything other than who you are, because who you are is awesome. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. That is pure on a law of attraction. You get back what you put out. When you are grateful for what you have in the moment, you're alive. You're able to at least hear this video. You may also be able to see the video. So many things for you to be grateful for right now, right where you are. And I know that you are being grateful. I know that you are coming from that place of gratitude because I can feel it. I can feel it radiating off of you. And we remember that, see that heart there, right there, that's how big our heart gets. Our heart energetic field that we are emitting from ourselves, about the radius of arms stretched out, is more powerful than the electromagnetic energy being emitted from our brains. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles, and live life to the fullest right now, right where you are. You may not have everything that you want. You may not have everything you think you need. But right now, right where you are, live life to the fullest. Let's take a look at the backs of those cards and see what it says for us. So set realistic goals. This is the one that I think we've seen recently, where start where you are. Don't Yes, I know, I recognize this. Don't try to conquer the world in one day. Start with small goals like brushing your teeth or getting out of bed before noon. Once you've mastered those, you can move on to bigger things like world domination. But we don't, the only world that we want to dominate is ours. We want to be the conscious creators of our reality. And that requires us to start where we are, to recognize where we are. The only way you can set a GPS signal is by knowing where you are at this moment. A grateful heart is a magnet for miracles. Choose life. Choose happiness. It's a choice. This is a choice. Think back to someone who's been your sunshine. A friend who laughed at your dumb jokes, a family member who tolerates your cooking, or even the barista who remembers your ridiculously complicated coffee order. Just tell them how much they brighten your world. You might even make their day. I guarantee you, you will. You will, absolutely. And whatever opportunity you have to give joy, to share joy, to give love, to share love from this moment going forward throughout the day. Take those opportunities. If you're at work and you've got coworkers and a boss around you, clients that you're dealing with on the phone, in person, vendors, all of that stuff, it's very easy to get kind of caught up in frustrations of things not going the way that you want them to go, the way that you need them to go. There's that want and need stuff again. Just taking that step back and recognizing, not judging, just seeing. Put I feel in front of whatever. I feel frustrated. I feel annoyed. I feel whatever. I feel happy. That it's also, you want to be mindful of when you're feeling that kind of energy as well, because you want to promote those as opposed to not promoting things that aren't going to bring you things you want. Being honest, right? Choose life, choose happiness, and share that joy. Live life to the fullest, seize the day. I think we saw this one before too. Yes, don't wait. Just do it. Don't let fear and doubt hold you back. Of course, this does not mean, this is not a permission slip to do something stupid. It doesn't mean you should be reckless or irresponsible. It simply means that you should make the most of your time and live a life that you're proud of. Ah, yes, well, I am proud of you. I am proud of you for all of the work that you've done already, for all of the progress that you've made already, that you are making all the time. It's the only reason why you would be listening to this video, that you would still be here, is because this all makes sense to you. This all is just confirming what you already knew. I don't remember the teacher, but you probably know the quote I'm referring to. I know I'm not going to get it exactly right, but the idea that we don't learn new things, we are just remembering what we already know. This is not new information for you. It is just confirmation of your affirmations of where you are going, where you are right now, loving this moment, being present in this moment, living your most authentic life, loving your most authentic life, and loving yourself as your authentic being. So that is our reading for the day. I do hope that it resonated with you and blessed you. Feel free to leave any comments if you want to do that. You're never required to do anything on this channel. I don't get any money from these videos. This will never be a monetized channel. I am only here for you, and I am only here to give you as much love and encouragement and support, guidance from universe, God, source. You are loved. You are so loved. You are lovable, and you are beloved. So wrap yourself in that knowing right now that you are love. You are a being of love, and you have the opportunity to share that through your gratitude for others that are in your life, for just having a life, for being alive in this moment. We are grateful. We are blessed. We are thankful. Amen. Selah, so be it. Have an amazing, wonderful, fantastic day. Namaste and ciao for now.